Summer's calling.
Starting lineups just announced. We're just about set for basketball. We'll be back in a moment. Get ready for the NBA on 2K Sports. Thanks for spending your Saturday afternoon with us. Brian Anderson here. With me, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Joining us courtside is Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks, guys. Julius Randle became an all-star in New York, but it was back in New Orleans that he found his stroke. The coaches told him, let it fly, and he said, quote, that's all I needed to hear. This league is about opportunity, confidence, and mindset. Those things came in all at once in New Orleans, and I was able to build on that. Brian?
Thanks, Allie. And we've got a pair of teams tonight that put a major emphasis on rebounding, Richard.
Yeah, when you look at the glass work, it is all about pride and effort. Look, no team that stresses rebounding wants to lose the battle on the boards.
And a look at the starters for the Spurs. Johnson and Pirtle, the big men. Then there's Devin Vassell. Then there's Doug McDermott. And it's Jones in at the point. And for New York, at forward, it's Barrett and Randall. Jalen Brunson is out there with Evan Fournier. And it's Robinson in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Yeah, ever since the Nets relocated to Brooklyn in 2012, the rivalry between the Nets and Knicks has intensified. Now, both teams trying to prove that New York belongs to them.
Now here's Brunson. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
The first of many tonight. Both teams have legit offensive talent.
And if everything goes to plan, this could be a very fun matchup to watch.
Randall against Johnson. Vassell outside. Pass to Pirtle. Oh, Robinson with a block. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson. And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
.121 left to play in the first quarter. That one falls. It'll be hard for the Nets to take New York City away from the Knicks. They've been there so long.
That's so true, B.A. But the Nets have attracted more star players lately. Top free agents choosing to go to the Nets instead of the Knicks. We'll see if this trend continues moving on.
Outside Barrett. Shot clock at 6. Pulls it. Pirtle grabs a miss.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why. Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Low resistance to the finish line.
Yeah, taking the onus on himself to make something happen. Got it into the teeth of the defense and made them pay.
Here's Fournier. The Spurs making their last shot. Pass to Brunson. There's the 3. The rebound by the Spurs. Vassell outside. Jones against Brunson. Back to Johnson. Spurs need to get one up here. Here's Jones. Can't nail the jumper. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Spurs out in front, leading by just 2. And we'll return shortly.
On your feet, fans, and make some noise.
And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. All right, guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
And the Spurs with possession here.
I mean, there are some great guys in this league. Coach Greg Popovich sticks out. Just a tremendous person. I loved competing against his teams.
Toppin plays the 4 with Randall in at center. Derrick Rose is out there with Emmanuel quickly. And it's Barrett in at the 3. That's the 5 for New York right now. Now here's Randall. Inside. Here's quickly. The shot is good, and the assist by Rose. Coach Pop, the NBA all-time leader in wins. Any memories facing off with his Spurs?
Well, I always knew that his teams would play hard, they'd be prepared, they played the right way. And, of course, they exemplified the toughness and character of their leader, Coach Pop.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks so much, Brian. Well, the Knicks trying to find their way back to the playoffs. Coach Tom Thibodeau said, you can't look backwards and you can't look too far down the road. You just have to take a look at today, lock into what we have to do, and focus on how we can be better. Back to you.
No shortcuts to greatness, Allie. Thanks for that. There's 53 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Richardson against Rose. Now here's Richardson. Not a lot of room, and the bucket is good. New York trailing. Outside Barrett to the left side wing. Here's Toppin. Finds the open look, and it's on target.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Got a piece of it. Quickly against Jones. Quickly passes to Randall. Shoots over Collins. Oh, the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Mixing it up inside, just coming up empty-handed.
So a tie game here as we finish the first half. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
All right, thanks. Tibbs, what'd you think about the way this team defended in the first half?
Well, not bad, but we have to sustain it for the entire game. They put a lot of pressure on you. We got to make sure we're containing their dribble penetration, and then we got to react down challenge shots.
The expectations are high for the second half. Thanks, Coach.
Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And, folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. And so far, they're out in front, but not by much as we head into the half. And taking a look at the Knicks, Shaq, what'd you think?
Well, they're getting almost nothing on the interior. I know we've turned into a three-point shooting league, but come on, guys. You need some kind of presence in the painted area to keep the defense honest.
Kenny, how do you think San Antonio played?
Playing on the road is having no effect on this team. I mean, between your planes, the hotels, the buses, it's a grind. It can zap your energy levels. But right now, they look like the fresher team. And we'll see if they hit the wall in the second half.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
That's a big round of applause.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. RJ, you played with some of the greats, LeBron, Duncan, Dirk, Jason Kidd, just to name a few. But if the game were on the line, who would you want taking the last shot? Putting you on the spot here.
I'm going to be really honest. I have been in great situations with all of those guys, and they have all delivered. So this isn't, but I'm going to go with the person that's delivered the biggest shot of my career, and that was Kyrie Irving, and he hit the clutchest shot in NBA history. Argue with me if you want. You're going to lose it.
No argument here. And so in the game for the Spurs, McDermott and Johnson are the forwards. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. Then there's Devin Vassell. And it's Jones in at the point.
When the Spurs traded Kawhi to the Raptors in 2018, they got back DeMar DeRozan, Jakob Poeltl, and the 29th pick in the 2019 draft. That pick was Keldon Johnson.
You know, with Johnson, he's already managed to exceed expectations, Richard.
An accurate three-point shooter who can play the 3 or the 4, Johnson continues to improve as a scorer off the dribble. He also knows how to use that big body and strength on the interior.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
And when you think of the time Johnson spent with the U.S. team, I mean, the coaches and players he was around, absolutely huge for this young player and his development.
And Johnson drops them both. Johnson was part of that U.S. team that played in 2021. Man, what a great experience, Grant.
Oh, B.A., I mean, I can speak in great detail how much you can gain playing for the U.S. team. Johnson continued to grow as a player after that summer and was a great addition to that team as well. He didn't have his feet planted.
Primo, he's checked in for San Antonio. And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
And that kind of rejection early on energizes your squad. The coaching staff just loves this kind of hustle.
.116 left in the third quarter. Vassell against Fournier. 5 on the clock. Randall. Here's Robinson. Poeltl with some nice D.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
And Richard, with the minutes Josh Primo spends on the floor, he's making the most of them.
Didn't see tons of time in his rookie season, but he knows his role and executes it. A reliable 2-guard to come off the bench and handle the rock.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
You have to admit, these are not the San Antonio Spurs of old. They're going through some growing pains right now, but you can already see that progress is being made.
Jang, he's checked in for San Antonio. That one falls, so he hits both of them. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Toppin finds Fournier. Pass to Robinson. Back to Fournier. Rose against Vassell. Rose can't connect. San Antonio leading. McDermott inside. Fournier covering. They get it back. McDermott can't get it to go.
That's just the bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss that.
Rose, the pass to Toppin. Rose with it. Outside Fournier. The 3-ball. Not going to go that time. The third quarter comes to a close. Spurs out in front, up by 4. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter when we return. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big man in the league today than we've ever seen.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Toppin plays the 4 with Randall in at center. Emmanuel quickly is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Barrett in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for New York right now. Brunson's gone just 1 for 4 so far. Here's Vassell. And he can't get that one. New York goes the other way with it. Outside Barrett. Floats one up. And it's good on the lay-in.
Such a graceful move, showing off the floater game.
And we just had to see that mobile one drive one more time. Great stuff.
And that's about as huge of a drive as we'll see. With so much on the line, he couldn't be stopped.
Pass to Johnson. And that one drops.
Phenomenal work keeping his balance. Johnson keeps his eye right on the prize at all times.
New York trailing. Randall outside. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That's on Jakob Poeltl.
Julius Randle at the line, 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
Yeah, normally you want to foul a big here. Not when it's Randall, though, a great foul shooter.
Richardson's checked in for Johnson. And so he hits both.
And in a close game like this, they can really rely on him to take care of business at the line.
Quickly against Vassell. Shots blocked. And they get it back. Well, the Knicks shooting 27% in today's game. Not good. Here's Randall. Money.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over.
San Antonio. It's time for T-shirts.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game.
Yeah, really the standout element of this game tonight was his offense and his ability to get inside by cutting the defense to shreds, finding lanes, even making them, and relentlessly attacking the hoop.
Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for New York. Fournier comes in for Quickly. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Over the last break, I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was telling his team. He told them this is a game that we can win. It's a game we should win. We've matched those guys step for step. From this point forward, let's try to force them to play at our tempo.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Timeout called, the Knicks. They trail by 2. There's 42 seconds left in the 4th.
All right, fans, stand up and get loud.
There's 42 seconds left in the 4th. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First personal foul.
And over the years, Randall has stepped up his role, an assertive scorer and a natural leader.
At the line, 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1.
Certain guys can remake their games to fit the times. Randall's worked on his right hand and his jump shooting. He's a much more versatile threat now at the offensive end.
And the Spurs making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Good on both.
In a close game, every point matters. Terrific focus at the line there to help them keep pace.
Jones against Fournier. Pass to Johnson. Doesn't go that time. Randall with some nice D. And the Knicks with the possession here. The shot by Fournier, no good. McDermott against Brunson. McDermott, the pass to Jones. Right side Johnson. Robinson with the block. And that'll be San Antonio's ball as it goes out of bounds. Spurs able to keep the possession. Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over.
Right now, the live section is getting t-shirts. Get on your feet. Fans, it's time to get up and get down.
And the Spurs with possession here. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. And so it's New York with it. At the 4 and the 5, it's Randall and Robinson. Fournier the 2, Barrett at the small forward, and it's Brunson in at the 1. Johnson against Randall. Oh, he got it! He got it!
Johnson is ready to go when you need him. Tremendous composure there.
Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're behind by 2. 41 seconds left in OT.
Let's show them why we are the best fans in the NBA. Let's get loud.
Brunson passes to Randall. Good! And he's tied it up. What a shot!
Oh, rugged competitor. Randall's teammates trust his ability to make plays in big moments.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over.
Make some noise.
Here's Jones. Pass to Johnson. Back to Jones. And here's Pirtle. Robinson defending. Vassell outside. Puts it up. It's rebounded by New York. Now a timeout called by New York.
And your Knicks City Kings. Let's hear it. We're almost there.
They've got a shot at taking back the lead here.
Yes, they do. Could be the opening they've been waiting for.
Johnson against Randall. Count it!
Yeah, nice play by Randall. He can take up space in there and has great short area quickness.
16.
Now a timeout called by San Antonio.
Timeout. San Antonio.
They're down by 2. Just 4 seconds left in the first overtime period.
Because it's time for a t-shirt toss. Let's make some noise. We are the 6th man.
And the Spurs with possession here. Jones from outside. Oh, that shot had a chance, but the all-or-nothing shot attempt is off the mark. And so it's the Knicks who come out on top here. Things looked a little uneven for them down the stretch, but in overtime, they took control.
And B.A., I don't think they expected this one to be so hard-fought. But when they went into overtime, they really poured the gas on the fire.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Find the ground no matter how I grind. Shadows stretch long across my skin. Where does it start? Where does it begin? Oh, no.